I know I said I wouldn't make fun of non-car people anymore. I lied. They deserve it though. This is the one video, y'all gonna agree on this. Y'all have friends like this, and you best share this video to the friends who definitely have one of these habits. And if you are one of those friends who found your way to this video, you know why you're here. So keep on watching. The first thing we're gonna talk about is taking forever to park because they want to park as closely as possible. So anyone who understands basic math and basic time management will know that it's actually faster to just park further away and just walk. Y'all need to just get some exercise. Weight reduction is good. Walking's good for your health. You have this friend, you know it. They start doing laps around the parking lot like it's the 24-hour Le Mans, or in this case, Le Mans. Bonus points that when they do finally find a parking spot and they block the person who's trying to leave. Alright, have you ever tried filling a cup full? Like, if a cup is already full, you gotta empty it first before you fill it with more water. It's the same here. If you're trying to take someone's parking spot and they haven't even left yet, let the poor man leave, and then you could take their spot. But no, they literally block them in and put hazards on, like, yeah, I'm claiming this spot. And it's like, what's the point of claiming it if the poor guy can't even leave where to get it? Like, just, these people, y'all making me mad. They make no sense. It's even worse when you have like a movie showing. Like, let's say you're going to a movie, begins at 7:30 and it's like 7:15 right now. It's like, yo, park somewhere far and we'll just take 30 seconds to walk the 100 or so feet into the building, you know? That's not that long. But they'll literally spend like 5 minutes trying to find a spot, 2 minutes trying to wait for the person to leave, putting hazards on, and then backing into the spot and whatnot. And then by the time you're in the theater, there's no more seats left. I don't know about you. I would rather get to the theater faster to get a good seat instead of getting a good parking spot. Who cares about parking spots? And the rest of this video comes from Twitter entries. So this one, creeping forward at lights. Let's talk about staging. Like, if you know anything about drag racing, staging is very common. So a lot of people don't know you're actually allowed to roll forward a bit before the light turns green. And we'll do staging. I don't know, maybe you're a sleeper build minivan. I'm not supposed to know that. If you're gonna stage against me, I'm just gonna at least give you a run. If you whoop my butt, that's okay. It's all in fair fun. But the amount of non-car people who don't realize what this symbolizes and get themselves into a heap of trouble, it's like, y'all asked for it. First off, the reason they do it is the dumbest reason in the world. It's like, it's the same reason when people go into an elevator and they mash the floor button. Like, I'm not talking like once or twice, I'm talking like the dude is hitting it the entire time the elevator is moving. Like, it's gonna increase the speed of the elevator like it's some freaking video game multiplier effect. The point I'm trying to say is that if you are crawling forward, it does not increase the chance of it becoming green. Imagine how many non-car people have actually extended their wait time at one of their red lights by rolling too far past the white line. Because if you're past the cameras or past the motion sensors, they actually won't even pick up your car anymore. You will actually wait there longer. Do not roll forward. Please stay behind the white line. Another reason you shouldn't do this is safety issues. They are pedestrians. They're trying to walk across. That's their nice safety net. Once you're past the white line and you're on the pedestrian crosswalk, that's a douchebag move, because now they have to weave around you, which then puts them in danger of oncoming traffic. Speaking of oncoming traffic, that's another thing you're in danger of. Rather, cross traffic, I should say. So traffic that's going perpendicular to your direction, they also have to weave around you. It's just a massive inconvenience to everyone. Holding a slow speed in a passing lane. Y'all were really passionate about this one. I had so many people suggest this one. So how many times does this need to be said or featured in every single bad driving habits video? You aren't supposed to sit in passing lanes. This is how traffic flow should work. You are trying to pass someone. Let's say you join it and you're like, I want to pass the 3 people on my right. You pass those 3 people on your right. But let's say during that time, someone comes up really fast behind you. Believe it or not, you're actually supposed to move out, even if you haven't finished your passes. If there's space for you to move out, I'm not just saying shove your car in right away. So if you're aiming to pass like 3 or 5 or so cars and you have to cut your passes early because there's someone behind you who's going faster, especially if it's a group of people behind you that are going faster, like let's say 10 cars out of nowhere are in the passing lane or fast lane and they just come zooming. It's your time to go, bro. Just leave. Leave, let them pass, then you join back in, then you finish your passes. I know that's really weird because I know in 3 to 4 lane highways that doesn't happen at all. You usually never have that situation. You usually can finish your passes in time because of how much available space there is before you have to leave. But on 2-lane highways, you have to be respectful and understand that you sometimes have to cut your passes short, because semi-trucks, they've drive the country, they're used to this, they do that, like they're used to it. So I would say learn from them. There's a reason why they do it. There's a reason why they will only pass like 1 or 2 and then they'll just leave, because they know they're holding y'all up. They're very respectful about it, and I think people should be respectful about that too. This is not a lane you should sit in. It's not a lane that you could dictate the speed of. You can't be like, I'm going 5 over, that's already more than I want to go. The flow of traffic in many continental states in America, the flow of traffic and the slowpoke law are laws that you need to be aware of, where if you are actually holding back the fast lane, you can get ticketed. If you go 70 in a 70, but everyone else is going 80, believe it or not, you get the ticket. And that happens a lot here in Georgia. I think Georgia is one of the better states at issuing slowpoke driver laws. I do want to shout out Germans, because the reason the Autobahn works so well, even the 2-lane portions of the Autobahn work, is because of the mutual understanding of this, where if someone joins the lane and they're like, crap, someone behind me is coming up at 150, I'm just going to get out. Even though I haven't finished my passes, I got to get out of his way. That's how it should work. You need to be mindful of everything, the people you're passing and the people who are about to overtake you. It's a double way. And I know some people are like, that takes too much effort. Oh my God, I have to think while I drive? Yes, you do. You do have to think while you drive. Oh my God, who would have guessed? Now, this next one is also related to highways, which is joining onto the highway or freeway too slowly. You're trying to get us killed? Look, I hate it when I'm behind some slow bozo who's on an entrance ramp who thinks going 30 into an 80 zone is a good idea. Pick up the pace. I will see so many slow drivers who do this, and I don't get it why, because you are putting both of our lives in danger. I especially hate it when it's one of those highways where the merge ramp goes directly into the first lane of the highway. So some highways will have a runoff. So there'll be a merge ramp and then there'll be a runoff ramp that gives people extra amount of time to start merging left and joining the highway. But ramps that don't do that, where it's just a direct ramp into the highway, there's no runoff ramp, you gonna haul booty. You have to match their pace. Watch the cars in that lane and just gas it. The one thing we're taught in driving school is that you're actually supposed to go faster than the person's lane that you're trying to join. You're supposed to speed up before you merge in the lanes. This is literally just extremely dangerous, because if you don't merge on the highway quickly enough, this is how pileups happen, and this is how awkward merging happens. This is also how traffic shockwaves could happen, because what you end up doing is if you join a highway at 30, even 50 in a 70 or 80 zone, the people in the farthest right lane that is being merged into, they're human beings. They don't want to lose their life. They smack their brakes. They're like, crap, this guy's not joining fast enough. I'm gonna hit him. I'm going way too fast compared to him. So they have to slow down for you. That creates a traffic shockwave and makes all the lanes freak out because they just see red taillights going up and everyone slows down. It's like, look, just be responsible. You know what you were learning driving school. Go fast. And remember, it is better to actually go faster than it is to go slower here. Now, the final one is actually I thought this was pretty niche, but I'm very glad someone brought this up, because this is definitely something I've experienced, which is expecting sports car drivers to be douches. Now, I don't mean douches only in a bad sense. They sometimes expect us to be just flashy, but here's my response. Bro, I'm just going home. Some days, I just really am just driving my Corvette just to drive it. Yeah, it's my only car. I'll use it for basically every situation, and on days where I'm just driving it to drive it, I'm not in the mood to get spirited, I'm just going home. Like, you don't have to film me, you don't have to yell at me to do a burnout. And this is something that you will experience when you buy your first flashier sports car, especially if you buy a flashy color. People will constantly just they'll pull cameras out and they'll be like, oh, do a burnout, oh, rev it, bro, rev it, and you'll just with 50 people already there. It's like, no, I'm in the middle of traffic right now. I'm not gonna freaking gas my car and rear end the guy in front of me. Like, chill out. I'm not gonna start backfiring for no reason and blow up my engine. But a lot of non-car people, they just assume that people who own sports cars always have to be in the mood to be rowdy. That's not always the case, because sometimes we could even be in a rowdy mood. Like, I've been on rallies with friends. I've been in situations where we're all driving fast as hell. But if I'm in a very spirited mood, but I get caught up in traffic, I adapt to the traffic. I say, all right, fun time's over. I'll go slow until the traffic thins up, then I'll go fast again. Because what's the point? What, you want me to rear end the guy in front of me, just gas it? Yeah, I can make space in a tiny little Corvette in a country field of a whole bunch of SUVs. That's how that works. Yeah, people will move out of my way. That's pretty wishful thinking. And at the end of the day, the truth is, no one moves out of your way in general. Like, whether you own a supercar, whether you're an SUV, it's all about working together. We're driving to work together to be safe. We're a team. Just gonna chill, all right? So stop whipping out them stupid phones. Stop whipping out your cameras. Stop hanging out of your cars, and stop yelling for us to always do burnouts and rev in literally the middle of fat, thick Atlanta traffic, because we're not going anywhere. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to share this video to one of your friends if they do one of these habits. They know who they are. If you are one of their friends, thank you for watching and thank you for being a good sport. If your friend shared this to you and you're just like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, he right. And if you enjoy car content, make sure to subscribe. Other than that, thanks for watching and see y'all next time. Bladed Angel out.